Hi, welcome back to my channel. Just so you know, there's a lot going on around me. I'm outside, there's beeping and buzzing and people working, and there's a lot going on. And I, again, listen for confirmations and signs and synchronicities, so I use all of these things. So I'm not gonna have music for you today. Also, today your name is Juliet, so I'm gonna keep referring to someone named Juliet, and it's you. But as you know, I like to look into things a little bit deeper. And the thing that keeps playing in my mind, it's been a theme, if you will, is what's in a name. And everything's in a name. We're given our name because it has a meaning. If you look up, the meaning of anything, yours, there's a reason your parents chose it. There's a reason it's been passed on to you. And I mean, words are just names for things. So again, what's in a name? There's multiple definitions for a lot of different words. I think I was defining cost, value, and worth, and there were between 18 and 24 definitions for each of those words. So there's a lot of different ways, to interpret things, and all of those things factor into what I do. And so if I had to title your reading today, it would be called Fake Friends. And I feel like that's a consequence of mixing business with pleasure. See, I couldn't figure out why I was calling you Juliet, Romeo and Juliet. That's the first thing that came to mind. And if you look up the definition of that, literally Webster's dictionary says that is a tragedy. And it is. It's really just it's an old vendetta between two families. And there are moral lessons to it, and we'll get to those. But I want to talk about Juliet first, because Juliet, the word, or the name Juliet, means youthful, but it also means downy-haired. And so downy, I just kind of went into this little rabbit hole of fabric softener products. And they have multiple different little kind of offshoots. And each of the names are Bliss, Unstoppable, and Infusion. Now, what was really cool is as I was looking those things up, out of nowhere, again, I'm outside in the middle of a city, I hear wedding music. Just like da 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 da. Like somebody's rewatching their wedding video, or like renewing their vows, or revisiting their vows, or something like that. And 2:22 is just on the clock, which is another all about partnerships. So anyway, I feel like right now, because in your line of work, as an independent business person, everybody is essentially a client. Everybody is a customer. Everyone's a potential customer. And that makes it really, really hard when you're trying to make friends, because you want to be liked as a business person, but it's not always that that business and pleasure mix well. And so I feel like right now, as you are expanding your circles, your networks, I feel like because you are known to already have an ulterior motive, people are more hesitant to you, or you are fake nice to people because you want them to be customers and they can recognize it. So either you're doing that to somebody or somebody's doing that to you. But again, it's hard because you want to be successful, you want to be selling stuff, you want to be able to, grow your business, but at the same time, there's a reason that they tell you not to mix business and personal things. And so if your friends are your customers, or your friends are your only customers, friends, again, a lot of social media stuff, friends, fake friends, I don't know. The fool and block. Maybe you need to stop growing your business online and start growing it in person. Maybe you'll be more impactful if you can get in front of people instead of doing it all online, fake friends. Because online, just because you're friends with someone on Facebook doesn't mean they want to support you, doesn't mean they even like you. And that's the worst part, because it's like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I'm not really doing anything wrong, but there's just some terrible people. Look, death card, and temperance. So it's cool as this is 13, this is 14. After this, once everything's dead, it can't get any deader. It's got to pour the other way. So that's kind of what's happening, I feel like. I feel like the way that you approach something needs to end. I water you, you water me. What do you need more? Do you need friends or do you need customers? That's different than what do you want more? Do you want friends or do you want customers? Because you need to figure out what it is, whether you want friends or customers, and then you need to act accordingly. Not all of your friends are going to be customers, and just because they're not your customers doesn't mean they're not your friends. But not all of your customers are your friends, even if they pretend to be. Now, I'm also feeling some like competition. Maybe you're working with people who are fake friends, who are trying to undermine you. Actually, that just spoke. Yeah, I'm gonna switch decks. King of Pentacles in reverse, and I don't usually take reversals, but so this is the Page of Cups. This is like getting a feeling, a nudge. For me, this is my synchronicity card, like something for me is kind of in a line. Darn it. That sucks. I also spilled candle wax there, and my card just fell in it, so maybe you're just being coated or covered in something muck. Waxy. I don't know. Maybe someone looks waxy. Yeah, I feel like I have to say, maybe somebody doesn't want to see you grow. Maybe whoever's in control of your growth, your progress, doesn't want to see you grow. Fake friends, fake friends can be fake bosses. Maybe they're saying, no, we just can't do it right now. But they're lying. They're withholding information. Look, Ten of Swords underneath. Fake friends. I don't feel like you're getting the truth. So anyway, it's funny because I'm going to go back to those Romeo and Juliet moral lessons, supposedly. And the lessons of Romeo and Juliet are to never hold grudges nor hate others. Lower your pride for the common good. Think carefully before you act, and never let your emotions rule you. Again, mixing business and pleasure is really, really hard when you're trying not to let your emotions rule you, because if somebody's a friend and they just don't want to or can't support you, it's easy to hold a grudge. You're like, well, why aren't you doing that? Aren't we friends? Like, I need this. It's not that they're a fake friend. Maybe they think you're a fake friend because you only want them to buy stuff. Keep your friends genuine. And don't change based on what somebody can do for you. So either you or somebody else, maybe they're only nice up until, they say yes or no, they can't buy something. And then once they say no, somebody gets like rude or mean. Once somebody there's an overarching lesson here. It's people's true character comes out when you see how they treat you, when you don't give them what they want from you. Because if they still want something from you, they'll always try to remain in your good graces to get it. But once they say no, a lot of people become mean and rude, and they're like, well, if they're going to say no, I'm not, screw them. And the example I'm getting, this is kind of an extreme example, but I'm in a city right now, and I notice a lot of homelessness. And a lot of people asking for money, and a lot of times I do try, if I have change, I try to give it, because every little bit helps. We're all just human. But I have noticed at times where people, are asking for something small and they're pretending to be so weak and meek. And as soon as you say no, judgment, as soon as you're like, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any money, they get mean. And it's awful. Because it's like they're so sweet and so humble and so genuine and so, whatever, until you say, I can't give you what you want, and then they become mean. Fake friends. So either you're dealing with people, or I hope you're not being one of these people. I don't feel like that's really like you. But again, money can change us. And so I encourage you, as much as you want to grow your business, as much as you see it as your source of independence, as much as it's all of these things for you, community, love and community is the only thing that's real. Love is the only thing that's real. You know this. So don't let other people keep you in this mindset, keep you stuck in this, I feel like this is closed off from connection, closed off from the Two of Cups that we saw. Or maybe people are closing you off because they feel like all you want to do is grow your business. So I feel like you kind of, not pump the brakes, but know your audience and recognize whether they want to buy from you or not. You need to keep that separate from whether you want to be friends with them or not. And I don't know, I hope that resonates. Everything's a teamwork, everything's a partnership. Here's sirens. Partnership. I water you, you water me. That's what the Two of Cups is to me. I water you, you water me. And I feel like right now, maybe it's, a lot of people are supporting you. Maybe it's time for you to water back, or the other way around. Maybe you've been supporting a lot of people. It's time for them to water back. But don't guilt people, or people should never be guilted into purchasing anything or into supporting anything just because they're friends. It's like, I just thought of like how Trump had so many of his friends supporting him just because they're friends. Friends. Not because they believed in the cause, not because they believed in him, but because they were friends and it was the right thing to do because they're friends. No, that's not right. People need to believe and honor what is right for them. So, any other messages for Miss Juliet? Any other messages for Miss Juliet? Bliss Unstoppable Infusion. Yeah, I feel like you need to take the pleasure or the business out of your pleasure. When you go out and enjoy yourself, when you go out and have fun, leave your work, leave it. You can bring a business card, put your business card wherever you want so people can see that, but don't, or maybe that's what you should do. Instead of being so vocal, instead of being so, I want to, not in your face, but like subtle. The right people will find it. Believe the right people will find it, and they will. So, what just popped out? Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords with the King of Pentacles again. I feel like people see you as hungry, and which is a respectable quality, but not if they just want to enjoy and be. I mean, if you're going to, I want to say like kids, like play dates and stuff, talk about things other than work, other than your business, other things. What makes you separate your business from your pleasure. I'm sure that it makes you happy. I'm sure that it brings you pleasure, but it's not everybody's topic. It's not everybody's choice of conversation. So I think I've beat this dead horse. Maybe horses have spiritual meaning for you. I would look that up. But all in all, Miss Juliet, downy-haired and youthful, have a little bit more fun, a little bit more soft. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't feel so pressured to sell, to grow. It'll work out in its own time. Patience is half the battle. And any easy come, easy go, anything that grows fast will leave quick too. Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords. Anything that comes easy will die easy. So don't worry, don't stress. If you're building for longevity, it's going to take time, but that means it's also going to last a long time. So as you're building, don't forget to incorporate a little bit of your own life, not business, life, into your pleasure. And I think that's all I got.